Hi, Robbie Lyle here. We've teamed up with UK Auto Claims to see if you could be eligible to claim thousands in compensation. If you've had any cars, vans or motorbikes on finance between 2007 and 2021, well, just click the link below and start your simple free check.
I'm here with my boy Nick. We've just witnessed a momentous occasion. Arsenal through to the semi-finals of Champions League, beating Real Madrid in Real Madrid. Whatever happened to the remontado?
Look, I don't want to be the one to say that I told you so, but I told you so, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? For anyone that watches the Tactical Insight, I said I think Arsenal were going to win 2-1. I said I think Marino will drop in and will go long and look on the counter for Martinelli or Saka. It was Martinelli and Saka that got the goals. And to be honest with you, 2-1 for them and 3-0 in the first leg, 5-1 overall. It's a bit of a flattering scoreline for them. I think that's what's really surprising. It's not that it's 5-1 and you know we rode our luck or anything like that. We've done a really good job on them at home and we looked well up for it today. We should have probably been 2-0 up by half time today.
Yeah, I would agree. Listen, I mean, if you look at the stats, they had the greater possession. They had more chances than us, but crucially, we created more shots on target than they did.
Yeah, I think we were a lot more clinical, I would say. The goal that they got was from our mistake, let's be clear. I think Vasquez put a good ball into the box. What they were looking for is quite surprising. They've got so much, well, you think they've got so much creativity in the midfield, but they just didn't show it really. Do you know what I mean? A lot of it was just restricted to crosses. If you were watching that game without knowing who the teams were, you would not think that this was a 15-time winning Champions League team. But I will say, I'm not saying that to say that they're bad. They're a great team. They're second in La Liga. You know, they cause problems for a lot of people. I'm saying that to say that we are very good. And what we've done in the past is we've been pretty solid in the league, and we've really failed in cup competition. This season it's a bit lopsided. We've been a bit up and down in the league, but we've been very, very good in the Champions League run. So there's no reason we shouldn't believe that we can go through and do it all and go all the way.
Yeah, absolutely. I would agree with every word you said there. I thought we were really good. And crucially, I think we played more as a team than Real Madrid. I think they were looking to get individuals involved. Vinny had his moments, Mbappe had a couple of moments. But as a team, I thought we were more structured and I thought we controlled the game pretty much.
I mean, even when you say moments, I think, you know, Vinicius definitely not one of his better games. You know, I think Timber does a really good job on him. Lewis Skelly as well. You know what a player he is. Not just defending, but getting us on the counter attack, carrying the ball, different things like that. 100%. You even see Thomas Partey when I can't remember who it was that got fouled, and he got involved and got a silly yellow card for it.
Yeah, it was Rudiger.
It's not really what we see from Thomas Partey, to be honest. Sometimes he comes across a bit meek, if anything. But seeing that, so you know, there's definitely.
You know what I think that was?
Yeah.
I think a couple of moments earlier, Rudiger had a pop at him.
Yeah.
So I think that was still in his head when he did that. That was silly because now he's going to miss the first leg of the semi-final.
Yeah, but I think, you know, look, obviously it's not ideal for Thomas Partey. He's been brilliant the last 2 legs against Real Madrid, but Arteta's showing me in this competition specifically that he can tinker, he can change things, he can set up plans to counteract whatever we go up against. And I think PSG, we kind of know what they're going to do, and I think that actually will be a little bit more tactically flexible, and I think that works for us.
Yeah, we all watched PSG, very impressive against Aston Villa, but the one thing I would say is they can be touched, as they say.
Yeah,
they do make mistakes at the back.
Yeah, not just that. I think they were 3-1 up after the first leg, and in the second leg they chose to continue attacking, putting even their fullbacks up, going and scoring. Which, you know, look, it worked for them. You can't really call it naive. You might say it's a little bit naive because they played it maybe closer than it should have been. But if they're going to commit that many players to attacking, Martinelli, Saka, our attackers will definitely lap that up and go and cause problems for them. So.
And let's not forget, we did beat them earlier in the competition. So,
yeah,
listen.
I mean, you know, they didn't have Dembele playing, they hadn't signed Kvaratskhelia yet. So it's a slightly different, this is a much better PSG team. But 100%, we know with Arsenal it's the mental thing. And once we've mentally bridged the hurdle that is Real Madrid, and we've already beat that team, 100%, we can take massive confidence from that, 100%.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, to me, it's not just beating Real Madrid, it's not just beating them on their own ground. I think the whole aura that we've created tonight to put Real Madrid out in style, let's be honest.
Yep.
I think what that has done, for me, this is a watershed moment for Arsenal Football Club.
I totally agree. These moments will, you know, we remember what state like Liverpool were in when Klopp went there and different things. These are the moments that can change signings in the future. These are the moments that can change legacy. If we're there again in the quarterfinal, semi-final next year, people are not looking at us thinking we're the massive underdog. Actually, we go there and we have a lot of the front, if you like, to go and be the favourite. So I agree. It's definitely a big moment for Arsenal Football Club.
And in terms of man of the match, who would you give your man of the match today?
Declan Rice, 100%. 100% Declan Rice. He's everywhere, defending, attacking, in transition, both defensive and offensive transitions. Yeah, he's amazing.
Yep, listen, once again, I agree with Nick, which is not always the
Yeah,
case.
yeah, we're agreeing for once. Look what Arsenal Football Club's done. We're actually agreeing for once.
Made us friends, so at long last.